to the birch forest, and I think I heard you speak about the sauna. We're taken to the sauna. Our clothes were taken away from us, and we were given a shower and wound up in a barrack somewhere over there. And the next day, we were given a tattooed number and prisoner outfits, and we became slave laborers working for the German Reich. And that morning, when my father asked these men who brought us a canister with some hot liquid, a ladle of tea, my father asked him, "Are we going to see our families today?" And he was laughing at us. He says, "In 1944, you don't know what this place is all about. You see, not knowing is a terrible thing." And we didn't know in 44. There was a total disconnect. You know, before cell phones or TV or what have you. We lived in a fascist country where the news was censored. They didn't want you to know what was going on. Just across the Carpathian Mountains, you know, from Hungary to over here. So I just wanted to tell you what this scene looked like here. I was listening to this Oscar Gröning, a sergeant, who patrolled this platform. He was called the bookkeeper of Auschwitz. The man is 95 years old, and he claims that he feels a moral guilt, and he has been claiming this for many years. He feels a moral guilt. He says, "I was there, I've seen it, I heard it, but I wasn't part of the killing machine." And number 2 assessment this year also says the same thing. He feels a moral guilt. So you see, they're all using the same kind of tactics, you know, a moral guilt. What does it mean? So picture 40, 50 cars arriving in a transport. Hungarian Jews are brought here 24/7. They put in 2 extra tracks for Hungarian Jews. In 1943, they were preparing for Hungarian Jews. So the people are removed. He said, "I was a few times, I pulled 24-hour shifts because transports had to be processed." You see, processing, this is a Nazi word of deception. It's like processing food or something, like process people. He said there were 3 transports standing on the platform. And we had to do everything in an orderly manner. See, in German there's a saying, "Ordnung muss sein," order must be. So the people are removed, the inmates come and they start to unpack every cattle car, and they put the pile of goods here on the ground. And Gröning with his comrade, another sharpshooter, a sergeant, they're patrolling this platform. And this is what he's saying in court. We had to watch them, the inmates, because they were crooks. They were stealing from the bundles. Can you imagine? So he's patrolling with his comrade. The trucks are waiting. And he said, as we are going by, we could hear a cry of a baby. So they go there to this pile, and they open up this pile. There was a blanket or a coat, and there was a baby. And he said his comrade grabbed the baby by the ankles and smashed the head against the cattle car. And he says the crying stopped. You know, that was the worst thing that I could have heard. It's not that I didn't know what was going on here, but he said the crying stopped. They killed this baby. Gröning collected everything that people brought with them, currency, gold coins that were baked into a little Kaiser bun, where people would hide a diamond in a tube of toothpaste. And he took all these things 2 or 3 times a week in a metal suitcase to Berlin, to the Reichsbank. Gold was extracted from the dead bodies from the gas chambers and melted down, and he carried the gold and the currency to the Reichsbank. So he was asked, "Did you ever receive a receipt for this?" He says, "No." You can see what type of an operation this went on here. These were the worst scavengers who desecrated dead bodies. He got 5 years for this. He was a proud Nazi even today. I told him, I says, when you were wearing your SS uniform, you thought you were 10 feet tall, but you didn't have the guts at this court to say a few words of saying that I'm really sorry that I was part of this mission. And he would not say that, and neither would the other guy. So this is what they did. This killing that went on here. There's no remorse. And he said a lot of other things. He was very proud that why did you join the SS? He was asked by the lawyer who was representing us. His name is Thomas Walter. He was a judge, a German judge for 30 years, but he took on this. He said, I joined because of the prestigious uniform. This was a unit of the Totenkopf division. The death had units, the skull and crossbones. And he was so proud. He says the SS always came home victorious, from their missions, He says we kicked the butt of the Poles in 2 weeks. He says we kicked the butts of the French in a month. This is what he said in court. Initially, I didn't want to come to this trial, so this judge came to Toronto, and he asked me, what do I want to tell the court or what to do with this man? And I was thinking, what should I say? A 95-year-old man. I didn't want to sound that I want to put him away 100 years. He may only live 2 years. So I said, you should be given a life sentence to go to high schools and speak to students once or twice a week with an escort. I was really naive because I didn't know what this man is all about until I saw him in court. It would have been the worst thing to put this man in front of students. And in the court, during recess, I met a lot of German students and university students who really thanked us for coming to sit at this trial. Now, number 2 guy, this year, Reinhard Henning, when we were in the camps here, there were guards, SS unit guards all over the place. When he stopped you were never allowed to look in their eyes, because that would have been a terrible thing for a Jew, a Häftling, a prisoner, to look into an eye of the SS. That was a terrible thing. You have to look down, whip off your cap, and say, prisoner number A9892, humbly reports. Reinhard Henning, the second SS guy, he sat there all through the trial with his head bowed down. He would not look into our eyes. You see, he took with him this. You see, he doesn't want to recognize us in any way, shape, or form. So you can imagine what went on here, the misery that was brought here. People from all points in continental Europe, these damn cars were carrying people all the way from Greece. From Hungary, in 3 months, 450,000 Jews were gassed here. So this truly, when you come here today, the sun has come out, and it's very hard to realize that what really could have gone on here. But I always say that Europe should be crawling on their knees to come here to ask for forgiveness, and I haven't seen that yet. Everybody pays lip service, but nobody has said, really, come out, and do the right thing. So I was here that night. The next morning, we were given tattooed numbers on our outfits, which was a cap and a jacket and a pair of pants. No underwear, no socks, and marched on to Auschwitz I, where my life continued for the next 9 months. And from then on, on January the 12th, when we were taken on a death march. I wound up in Mauthausen, Malk, and Ebensee, and in beautiful Austria. So coming here on an Austrian airline, and the stewardesses were very nice, and they served this wonderful meal. And I said to her, you know, I remember another trip in Austria where I wasn't treated this well with wonderful food. I said, you know, I came from Auschwitz in 1945. I arrived in Mauthausen on January the 25th. I was taken to Malk, which is on the Danube, the largest Franciscan monastery in the world. And then in the spring they put us on river barges and took us to Linz, and I walked for 3 days without any food to Ebensee. I said, you know, I really appreciate this wonderful food. She didn't know anything about these things, you know. So this is what it's all about, you see. I know our time is limited. Where do we go from here? How much time do we have? What do you want us to do?
We're going to walk